Kia ora team and welcome back. I'm Reuben from Link Academy, and in this session we're going to be going through how to generate recurring customer invoices inside your Xero. If you're in an industry where you have repeated services like a hosting or membership or services that you deliver on a regular basis and invoice for on a set time, then you can cut out a lot of the admin involved in generating those bills and those customer invoices by setting them up as a recurring invoice inside Xero. So let's have a look at what that looks like for you. So to get started with creating a recurring invoice, we want to go to Sales, Accounts and Sales, and we're going to click New and Repeating Invoice. So that's going to create a repeating invoice from scratch. Fantastic. So it's very, very similar to creating a standard invoice, but you get this extra section at the top where you can set some of the information around it. So I'm going to create a recurring invoice for Bat and Ball, and the reference will be monthly subscription, something to that effect, or perhaps they gave me a reference. All right, so you can see here at the top we're going to set the frequency, and you've got a few options here, so weeks and months, and how often you want to be doing that. We're going to start the first one on say the 30th of June, and the due date for every one of these invoices, so this is going to repeat each month on that date. And the due date for each of these recurring invoices is going to be 7 days from that invoice date. So that's what I'm telling you here. And when do I want this to stop? So if this is a year-long subscription, then I might want to review this at 30 June 2018, for example. So that's when the invoice would stop recurring. So you've got a few different options here for your recurring invoice, which we'll get into now. So if you just want this invoice to generate itself, so you don't have to type it up, it's going to then saving as a draft is probably a good option for you. However, if you don't really want to review this invoice each month because it's unlikely to change, you might as well create it as approved. And if you'd rather that this invoice just sent itself, and that's the quickest possible option. So this is where the invoice is just going to generate and email itself out. Then this is the option for you, because as you can see, you're getting through. You're not having to send it yourself. So you can do all the things you would normally do with a standard invoice, like include other people and modify all of this text and include the PDF and mark it as sent, or send yourself a copy. You can do everything you normally would, but it's going to do it for you. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to just mark it as approved, and I'm going to manually send this myself each month. So now I'm getting into the actual guts of the invoice. What do I want to say for my monthly subscription? Subscription for services, $120 per month. Put that to direct sales. Yep. And North Island. Brilliant. So it should look a bit like that. So if I click save, that's that. Now I have a recurring invoice, and on the 30th of June, this is going to generate itself, and then again at the end of the next month, and the end of the next month, and the end of the next month. So while we're here, we'll just talk briefly about how to edit or stop these recurring invoices. So imagine we get to the end of December and somebody says, I no longer need this service from you. What you want to do is come to Accounts and Sales, where we are now, and you want to click on the Repeating tab. And inside this Repeating tab, you'll have all of your repeating invoices. So if we click into this invoice here, it brings up all the same information. And if we want to delete this invoice, we can click delete, and that'll stop any future invoices. Or perhaps we just want to edit the frequency, the due date, or maybe some of the text. Maybe they add a new service, so we can additional service one, or maybe they upgraded their plan. So $130, direct sales, North Island, yeah, there we go, and save. So that'll affect all future invoices. So it won't alter historical invoices, obviously, just the future repeating invoices. That's how we edit an existing one. Now, if you wanted to stop this completely, you can just click delete, and that'll delete any future occurrence. So as you can see there. Alternatively, you could modify the end date. If you had one last one to send, often people have like a notice period. So we might say, well, okay, well, you can just go until the 31st of Jan 2018, and that'll be your last invoice. As you can see, using repeating invoices can be a huge time saver for any of those recurring services that you offer your tenants, subscribers, members. We covered how to create repeating invoices, edit existing repeating invoices, and delete those repeating invoices when we're done. Hopefully you enjoyed that session. I'll see you in the next one.